All right, how we on? I think we're on. Okay, what's going on, y'all? It's Drew. I'm sorry, it's been a while since we've talked last. I'm just recovering from COVID. I actually did catch the Rona. It's nothing to play with. If you're not vaccinated, go get vaccinated for real. Um, and I know before I took sick, though, we were talking on Facebook and Instagram about what are some problems that most entrepreneurs and sales professionals have when it comes to growing their businesses. Um, it was a number of different things, and I'm quite sure we're going to turn it all into a conversation over the next few weeks because this is bleeding and set way into our Heart Thoughts podcast. So we'll be starting that, launching that in a few weeks as well. But I definitely want to come to you guys and get you kind of warmed up with some of the information we're going to be dropping. Also, the Connectors Handbook is in the editing phase right now. It'll be into print pretty soon. So you might want to get your hands on that if you're a business person of any type, um, or if you're in business for yourself, or you're in sales, you're a professional of any type. You definitely want to get that book. Get your hands on that book because that is going to help you out. And tune into the podcast and these weekly videos we're going to be doing. We're definitely going to start a weekly conversation with you guys to make sure that we just give us some value. So you know, I just want to make sure I can be a blessing to everybody else out there who may not know what I know. Like I said, I am the bridge to connect those who don't know with those who do know. So that's my goal. And that's one thing that I've learned. When it comes to business, no matter what business you're in, you can be in sales, you can be selling services or products. I'll say that because there's really only two lanes of business. Either you're selling something to someone as a service or you're selling something to someone as a product. Um, Obviously, each lane of business has its own nuances that, would specifically be for that particular genre of business. But no matter what it is, it's still going to be done pretty much the same way. You got certain things you can bend and be flexible with when it comes to business or doing those transactions. But however, it's still pretty much the same thing. And most of the folks that I know in those lanes, they lack a network. Your network, 9 times out of 10, is not strong enough to host the product that you're looking to get out into the market. Simple as that. So, I took my notes here. I'm gonna be checking back with my notes every now and then. So, growing my network. What can I do to grow my network? Well, what is that where I start? Yes, starting to grow your network is where you should start when it comes to building your business. A lot of times you don't know the right folks for your product or your service. So you have to get out there and meet those people. So where do we start? Number one, we have to start with you. Um, what is my goal? When I'm getting to a business and I'm doing anything business wise, my first thought is what is my personal goal? Is it a number or is it an amount of, is it a number as far as money or is it an amount of clients, how much product I'm looking to move, if it's a product based business or if it's a service based business, how many clients do I have coming on utilizing our services? Because a customer is short term. A customer is a short term thing, and a client is more long term. They're continual. There's somebody who's going to come back and do business with you regularly. So that's really what I look for. Even if it's a product based business, I'm looking for clients, not particularly customers. Now, yeah, they are customers. That's exactly what they are. But it's a different caliber when it comes to the mindset of each person who's buying that product or service. So, what's my goal? Your goal may be a certain income level. So it could be income. That's number one. Normally, most people are getting involved in business because of the money. So, uh, secondly, it is clients. Building a book of business. How many people do you need to get involved to have that income? Or how many people are you looking to get involved that would give you that income? So you can flip them depending on what type of business person you are or how your mind works. Me, mainly, I'm driven for the money. So I would break down the money to say, okay, I'm looking for, let's just say 100K a year. Okay, I'm looking for 100K a year. How many clients what I have to have in order to have 100K a year with my product. Me being a business coach, let's just say my coaching program is 5K per person. So that means I would need, for $100,000 a year, I would need about 20 clients, right? So 20 clients would give me 5K individually, and that'll pay me about $100,000 a year. And that's just for me coaching them privately and stuff like that. So that's one way. That's one part of it. What's your goal? What's my goal? So if I was, just using me as an example, that's my goal, okay? Or hypothetically my goal. We definitely passed that. So now we know that that's the goal. We know we need clients. So now what's the next move? The next move is, who do I know? This is where your network becomes so key. A lot of y'all don't know the right people to get your business moved. A lot of times we take different people we know for granted as far as the relationships that we have with them. And real talk, it's not about people buying from you immediately. It's not about people actually liking your product or you really liking them as a person on a grand scale. They have to like you, but you don't really have to like them to get their money. So a lot of times we don't connect with the right people because we have some sort of bias about being friends with this person or connecting with this person. No, I wouldn't invite you over to my crib to hang out. I wouldn't take you out to dinner. But, if we meet up at the gym and have a couple conversations, that's one thing. That's fine. If we meet at the mall, we might talk for a second because we know each other. That's fine. But that doesn't mean being personal. That just means you have to be personable. You have to be personable. Doesn't mean you have to get personal. I don't have to introduce you to my wife and kids if I have them or anything like that. You don't have to meet my dog. You don't have to meet my mom, my dad. None of that stuff. But you do have to have an understanding or likability factor with me so that I know that you want to buy my product and I'm willing to serve you or give you the product or service to the best of my ability. So who do I know? I need to look through my entire network as it is and figure out who do I know that's conducive for where I'm looking to go in business, in my career. So some of you got 5,000 friends on Facebook, but a lot of your friends aren't business minded or they're not looking to buy product from you. So you have to do some things to get yourself in the environments where you can connect with people who would want what you have. Okay? So definitely want to meet with those folks, get with those folks, and connect with those folks in your network who have or who want what you have. But again, it's all about growing your network. So that's the key. Who do I know currently? And that's what you think about now. So after you figure out who you know currently, and you can kind of get a feel for what you might have to do, the scary part is going out there and meeting new people. A lot of people are afraid to meet new folks when it comes to networking because that's not something that they're strong with, which is why I suggest you should get that book. Get the book on the Connector's Handbook for sales professionals and entrepreneurs. You definitely want to get that book. That'll get you started on the road to understanding how to effectively communicate. And as a business person, being able to effectively communicate is a must. Okay? It's a must. Man, this thing is killing me. Okay. Let's stay lit this time. All right. So that second step is, who do I know? Now, third step is, who do I need to meet? So you have to really kind of, after going through your network to see who you know, who is conducive for your product or service and who is not, then you go ahead and want to figure out who you want to meet. Who would be your ideal client? We're back here. We're back to that goal. So what does your ideal client look like? A lot of the business world is calling that person an avatar at the moment. So who are you generally looking to talk to help grow your business or to sell product to, so that you can make a profit and create that relationship, that business and client relationship. So who do you need to meet? The third step is the biggest step. This third step is, where can I meet them? Now, I have spent over $100,000 in the last 10 years for my personal growth as a businessman. I'll say that, over $100,000. Now, I can honestly say off the top of my head, about 30,000 of it was spent on getting into the right environments and connecting with the right people. And a lot of business people are afraid to spend money when it comes to networking. I've paid $100 for just, business lunch. Being invited to a business lunch, it's $100 for a business lunch, and we had gourmet burgers with blue cheese on it. It was okay, but it wasn't worth $100. I could have spent my $100 a little better. I'm just I'm just using that as an example because you're gonna have to spend some money. You've got to network, especially when you're an entrepreneur, you're a sales professional, and your job is to build relationships. That's your job. No matter what business you're in, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a sales professional, your goal is to continually build relationships. So if you're at church, if you're in the supermarket, if you're even at the club or the bar or whatever, no matter where you are, you should always be thinking, you could possibly connect with somebody who may be a good business lead. Everybody is not going to buy your product, but they may lead you to somebody who will buy your product. That's the power of a network. Your network makes it strong and easier to get business moved around because you're connecting with the right people. This thing is killing me. Okay. What is up with this thing? All right. Hopefully that is just bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to get it together here. But like I said, where can I meet them? So don't be afraid to spend money. A lot of times that investment, if you're a business person, I'm not a tax professional. I cannot give you tax advice. I can only tell you what I've done in the past. When you invest in that type of movement for your business, it becomes a tax write-off on certain levels, depending on what it is. And I've seen vacations. I don't know. I'm not a tax professional. I can't give you tax advice. I'm not a CPA. I've done taxes before. I'm a certified paralegal. I do have a CPA. I do write certain things off on my taxes as well. So I'm familiar with it, but it isn't. Trust me, don't don't listen to me when it comes to that. That is not my bag. But I can tell you that is something that I've had to do in the past, based on different business moves and going to different cities for different events. Again, being in the proper environment to network is key. So you definitely want to take advantage of that, and don't be afraid to spend that money. A lot of times it's necessary to spend that money because it's needed for you to grow your business. It's a business expense. So we went over, what's my goal? Who do I know? That's step one. Who do I need to meet? That's step two. And where can I meet them? That's step three. So, given some specifics, maybe you have some, look up, I would say, Google different meetings, like meetups, um, different business meetings, business events, business conferences, personal development conferences. You can go to those different events and connect with people who are there that are around you. And again, they may not be your ideal client, but they may be a great business lead. So connecting with them may still be beneficial to you. It's not always about selling a product up front. Sometimes you can meet somebody and they'll just connect you directly with somebody that they know who's willing to buy your product on the spot because they're actually looking for what you're offering. So don't begrudge the possibility of spending money so that you can get ahead in life. Money flows. That's why it's called currency. because it has a flow to it. It has to be moving. It can't be stagnant and then expect to be productive for you. It doesn't work like that. No money in the savings bank is not making you no money. You have to put that money out there. That money has to flow. That's another that's another topic. But that's definitely my philosophy. I'm not a hoarder of dollars. I don't mind spending money, especially if it's something that I'm looking to better myself with. I don't mind making that investment. Most money, if not all of the money that I spend, it's an investment to me. So I am investing in whether it's somebody else or I'm investing in myself directly because I directly am influenced or I get some sort of result or fulfillment from spending that money or investing that money in that place. Whether it's a meal, whether it's shopping, buying sneakers, no matter what it is, no matter what it is, it's always an investment to me because I'm always looking to go higher. So whatever I need to do to make myself go higher is considered an investment. So I hope you guys take this information, do something with it. It's just small bits and pieces to drip on you guys, but I'll be getting back, giving some information every week. Feel free to inbox me. We can spark some different conversations, talk about some different topics. If it's some things that you might want to talk about or heard talked about in these Friday flows, definitely get back to me, inbox me, email me. I know this is on YouTube. I'm going to put a couple clips in different places, but reach out to me. Wherever you see this clip, reach out to me. Let's connect. And if I can help you at all in any way possible, just let me know. I'm here to help. Again, we got the High Thoughts podcast coming out in a few months. We'll be dropping that pretty soon. Got to get everything fine-tuned for that. And the Connector's Handbook, you definitely want your copy. Make sure you get that copy. Not to help me. I'm not even looking to make money from the book. Honestly, if you really want to be honest, the book is another play. It's a one step to getting to where I want to go in business. And being an author helps me get there. But I just want to give that information for you guys so that you can use some of it and start your new journey with your new business. Maybe rebrand, rebirth your businesses to get where you're trying to go business-wise. So, like I tell everybody all the time, believe bigger, expect greater, and believe better. I'll holler at you guys later on.